And so it begins. Hello troopers, how are we doing today? So this is my move into airsoft. I've never done airsoft before. I've never owned an airsoft weapon before. So this is my first airsoft weapon. As it stands at the moment, I don't have a valid defense, so don't be too surprised when you see the colour of this weapon when I open the box. Disclaimer, the box has already been opened. I've been in there, I've looked at the weapon, I've taken it out, I've played with it, I've done what you do when you get the excitement of purchasing a new toy. Anyway, this isn't my first foray into YouTube. I do have another channel, the Fat Trooper. That's all about my Star Wars Stormtrooper stroke Sand Trooper journey. Unfortunately, that has come to an end now, or will be coming to an end. I'm getting on now. I'm getting late in my life, and standing around in plastic all day is not a good idea. So I've been watching airsoft videos. I've been interested in doing airsoft for a long time. I've contacted airsoft sites, but I didn't feel like I wanted to go as a rental. I wanted to go with some knowledge of knowing kind of what I'm doing. So I'm the sort of person, I do a hell of a lot of research before I plunge into something, but I have various conditions. That's quite obvious. Later in life, that's come to fruition. But I look into something intensely before I actually make the decision, and once that ball starts rolling, I can't stop. For instance, I taught myself archery from the basics, from buying a bow to making the arrows to building targets and everything. So I've used weapons before. I used to go shooting with my father, 12 gauge, 12 bore skeet shooting. So I've always loved that. And also within my Star Wars fraternity, we there's a lot of weapons. I've got replica. Basically, all of the Star Wars guns are classic World War II weapons. I've got a Sterling machine gun that's a Stormtrooper gun. I've got a Lewis gun that's also a big Stormtrooper gun. I've got an MG34. All not real guns, not the real guns. Fake ones made from plastic, resin, whatever. But I know about weapons to a point with regards to, investigating, looking into weapons, making weapons looking right. So anyway, that being said, this is my start into airsoft. What we've got in this box, it's come from Patrol Base. Patrol Base seem to be really good. I've looked around. There's lots of others. Patrol Base, their website is great. They've got their own YouTube as well, so all good. There will be a link down at the bottom there for this actual weapon and for Patrol Base. So what we've got in here, anyway, we've got in here, this is obviously, as it says here, Delta Armory. It's a Delta Armory DA-C05 Charlie. It's an AEG, which I believe is something to do with, that's one thing I haven't really looked into, but that's electric powered gun. Basically, it's battery powered gun. And this is a bundle. So this comes in a bundle. Basically, if you want to start airsofting at a budget, because this 150 quid plus your shipping. Once you've bought that, you could basically just roll up to any airsoft field and away you go. Okay, so we're gonna have to spin this round because the box opens the other way. So as I said, this is a bundle. This is how it comes in the box. I've taken it out before, so that there's certain things that have moved around and been opened. So there we go. As I said about the colour, don't be surprised. I don't have a valid defense yet. That is something I'm working on. My whole idea is I'm going to get this weapon. I'm going to get proficient with this weapon, and I'm then going to I've inquired already about getting my valid defense. You have to go to an airsoft field. You have to go 3 times within 56 days. You then get registered on the National Airsoft database, whereupon that gives you a membership to that, I suppose, of sorts, whereby when you are buying the weapons from, say, like Patrol Base or whatever, there are other airsoft companies out there, shops that sell airsoft weapons out there. You can then buy the actual realistic looking weapons without the 50% bright colour. That being said, I have in fact ordered replacement parts for this already. Okay, of course, from what I understand, when you go to an airsoft site, if there's anybody out there that wants to correct me on this, please do so. When you go to an airsoft site, they don't necessarily like to see this, so you either wrap it with your camouflage tape that you can get to wrap, or alternatively modify it. Just as long as when you're in transit or at home or in ownership of this, it's the bright colours. I don't know what, I think from what I can work out, it's a bit legally sketchy on how it actually works, but that's what I know. If anybody knows any different, then let me know down in the comments. I'm quite happy to hear that. So as you can see, what you get in the box, let's go through what you get in the box. Obviously you get your weapon, which is the Delta Armory Charlie. I don't really know too much technically about the insides. I do know that it comes with a rotary hop, which I believe is, as you can see, the rotary hop is in here. That's possibly one of the best hops, or the better hops nowadays that you can get. It's all plastic. Some is more plastic than others, obviously. It's got the Piccadilly rails. I'm not really sure what they're called again, really, but they're already connected to this one, so you can't be moved. Moving stock, folding stock. You've got your selector for safe, semi, and full auto. Okay, that is basically it. That's all I can say about the weapon for the time being. Let's go through the other bits that are there. What you get is you get 3 mags, 1, 2, and 3, which is good. I'm assuming most people have said that when you're doing airsoft, you're going to need at least 7 mags. These are mid caps. You can get mid caps, or I've forgotten the name of the other ones now. Anyway, mid caps, they hold around 120 rounds, I believe, these ones. So you're going to need more, but that comes in the box. You also get 2 batteries. There is one in the back here. As I've said, this has already been out. There's a battery in the back there, but you do get 2 of these batteries, like that. They're the Delta Armory ones. They connect in and slide either side of your stock. Charge of 4, the battery. Batteries, I should say. You get your bag of BBs. Quite a hefty bag of BBs. I think it's about a kilo of BBs there. And then you get your speed loader. Obviously, your speed loader is used for mid caps, basically there. Plunge the plunger until you can't plunge the plunger anymore, and your mag is full. So basically, that's it. That's what comes in the box. And for me, as someone that's never fired an airsoft weapon, you know, even if you've been to an airsoft site or anything like that, it seems a perfect starter because you've got everything that you need. Everything that you need, especially if you're a youngster, a kid. It would make a good present for somebody. But it's a starter, and that's, for me, this is where I want to be. I want to be starting with the basics and building up. As I said, I'll be honest, I have already ordered a black stock and a black forward barrel guard. Yeah, that the one that I've ordered is longer than that. So you can almost instantaneously, I can instantaneously change this straight off. But anyway, yeah, this is what I've got. This is what I'm going to work with for now. I'm sticking with this video, just the basics of what's in the box. When I get extra parts, which will be coming very soon, I'm going to change the outer barrel. I'm going to change the suppressor here, because that one, that's plastic. I've got an aluminium one coming. I've got a bit of a barrel cover extension, so that comes out. Obviously, like I said, the new one of these is going to be about 2 inches longer, so that's that. We've also got, obviously it comes with the iron sights as well, but we'll go through that when we get to that video. It comes with the iron sights, one there, but I've already got myself a red dot scope. I can't see that it says it's a red dot scope, but that is a red dot scope, and a rail, support rail for that to go on when we get around to it. But like I say, first off, we're going to have to try the weapon out. I have tried it out, but that's for a later video when you see it working. But for me personally, I've found Patrol Base to be very good, very easy to use. All the other stuff that I've ordered is coming from Patrol Base. Their delivery is great. Their customer service is really good. Emails, everything. So I would recommend, if you're buying anything online, if you can't go into a shop, I'd use Patrol Base. Even if there's something out of stock, you can send them an email and they'll let you know as and when it's going to be back in stock. So moving on from here, there will be more videos. This one is just your basics to let you know where we are and where we're going from. Where we are and where we're going from, where we're going to. I'm rambling now. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll get the weapon out. We'll have a look at it. We'll put some mags in it. We'll put the iron sights on it. And we'll set up a sight somewhere and fire off a few shots. That will be in the next video. But basically, that is it. But I used to always end with a phrase in my other YouTube. But I've got to come up with something different, because that was very Star Wars based. So obviously it's a new thing for me, new weapons for me. But of course, what you have to remember is, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this is mine.